All right. We're now being joined by 4 student athletes from Providence: Rodney Bullock, Emmett Holt, Jalen Lindsay, and Kyron Cartwright. Just ask that you please silence your cell phones. There's also no video recording or flash photography allowed during the press conference. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll bring the mic around to you. Identify yourself by name and affiliation, and we just ask that you please direct your question to a specific student athlete. So we'll open the floor for questions. Yep, front left.
Guys, John Rook, WEEI. I'm just curious, Rodney, at least to start. You were obviously a crucial part of that game last year, as I'm sure you remember, toward the end. Could you tell me what you think perhaps you can carry over from having a successful experience like that last year to this year?
Well, last year, that was a great experience. But leading on to this year, what we could pass on is just the energy that we had and just how close we were going into that game. I felt like it helped us, and just hopefully we just need to just make shots and just carry out our game plan. I think we'll be fine.
Front left.
For Emmett, how has the break been? You obviously haven't played since Thursday, so it'll be almost a full week in between. The time off, how has that helped you guys?
I think it helped us a lot. We regrouped, got a lot of rest. We're working on the simple stuff: passing, catching, shooting. So all that's going to carry over into the game.
Right here on the aisle, on the left.
Hi, this is for Jalen and Kyron. You guys both have played in 3 years' worth of NCAA tournament games. How much does experience factor into preparing for a game like tomorrow night?
I think it definitely factors into it a lot because, it helps us lead the younger guys who haven't been here, some of the guys who haven't been here that much, so we can kind of guide them through it and what they need to do, what we need to do as a team. So it definitely helps.
Kyron?
Sometimes, there's a lot of jitters around the game. Some people are young. Sometimes they get nervous. The NCAA tournament is it's not like any other. It's not even like a conference game. It's something different. You just got to play and want to experience it. And I think with our experience, we can kind of help those guys, get their heads right. Be able to focus and things like that.
Back right on the aisle.
For Kyron and Jalen, what have you told the younger guys about what to expect?
Stay focused. Follow the scouting report, listen to the coaches. You just got to come in and be relaxed. You can't come in and be all jittery and nervous. Just come in and play your game. It's just another game. Obviously, it's for different stakes, but it's just another game. So,
Kyron?
Just told the young guys, they gotta expect the other team to play just as hard as we will. Giving it up 100% every play, and that's what I expect from them because, at the end of the day, whoever's on that left side win column, is going to keep playing, and whoever isn't, gets to pack it up and go home.
Yep, front left.
For Jalen, picked 9th preseason. You guys, I don't think ever thought you would be 9th. When did you think that the NCAA tournament was a possibility?
We always thought it was a possibility from the beginning. That's our goal. We came into expecting to make it, but you never know. But we're blessed to be in this opportunity, so we'll definitely take advantage of it.
Yep, back left.
Kyron, specifically for you, but any of the other guys can also answer. Last game of the Big East tournament against Creighton obviously was a little bit of a struggle for you guys in terms of turnovers and free throws. What have you guys talked about, and how have you addressed some of the issues that you had late in the season?
I felt that a lot of those turnovers were on me. I think I had 6 of them. Unfortunately, had something with my family, but I thought when I came back, I felt a half step slower. But with the time that I've been able to get back with the team, I feel like I've came back to, how I was before. And I think I'll be able to limit the turnovers.
Yep, front left.
For Kyron, you obviously played against McLaughlin last year and know him a little bit. You just talk about his game and going up against him. It's a good point guard matchup.
It's not just him, you know. A lot of those guys from the Southern California area grew up playing against a lot of those guys. This is probably fifth or sixth time playing against him. He's really people underestimate his athleticism. He's really athletic. It doesn't always show all the time, but he's a quick, crafty guard. Has a variety of ways to finish, and he's a pretty good player.
Back left here on the aisle.
Emmett, this is for you. First year with the team, now here in the NCAA tournament in Dayton. You fly in yesterday. What's this experience been like for you?
It's been a great experience. Ever since I touched down on campus, I felt like a family bond has been made. These guys are like my brothers, and couldn't see going through it without with anybody else.
Any further questions for our student athletes? All right, gentlemen, thank you. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
And we are scheduled to be joined by the head coach of Providence, Ed Cooley, at 1:55. We're now joined by the head coach of the Providence Friars, Ed Cooley. Just a couple quick things. We ask that you silence your cell phones. There's no video recording or flash photography allowed. And we bring the mic around. If you got a question, raise your hand. We'll bring a mic to you. We just ask name and affiliation before you ask your question. Ed, if you'd like, you can make an opening statement and open the floor for questions.
Well, first of all, Providence College is excited to be here. It's been an up and down season for us, with a lot of new faces. We're excited to be playing a talented USC team. It's been a grind of a year. We're so excited to throw the ball up. Happy to be here in Dayton and excited to get this game going tomorrow night. The Friars are really excited to be here.
Questions for Coach Cooley in the back, on the left.
Coach, what can you take away from last year's experience against USC that you can tell your guys and use that as a tool for tomorrow's game?
Well, the biggest experience you can take is we won the game. But I think both teams are totally different. We have 5 of our 9-man rotation that are first-year guys. I know USC has a very young team, but they have a core group of guys that actually played in the game much like ours. But same systems, but different personnel. So there's a couple of things we can take away. I think their style of play is still the same. Ours is very similar, but, totally different personnel.
You're on the right, on the aisle.
Ed picked, ninth at the start of the season in the Big East. Was there a point in the season where you said, okay, I know that we can do a lot better than that?
Actually, right when the polls came out, Kevin. Right when the polls came out, and again, as a coach, you have to be a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a neurologist, a phlebotomist. You got to be everything other than a coach early. And I told him there's no way this team will end up in 9th place. I don't know. We won't be 9th or 10th. We'll find a way. We'll make it happen. And honestly, up until about a month ago, I didn't realize that we had 5 newcomers to our team that we had to gel and develop. So I wasn't surprised at the synergy and chemistry of the group once we started playing well.
How about to get here?
This was a surprise to me, quite frankly. I think our team overachieved in many ways. I think luck played into that. A little bit of luck came into that. But I thought after our first 2 road games at Xavier, then at Butler, we didn't play well at all. We actually got smashed in both of those games. I don't think we were emotionally prepared. But I think that set up a really good run for us because the group said, hey, when you go into these games, it's really competitive. And then once we got going a little bit, I said, guys, we're a little bit better than you think. And the 2 main guys that I thought were better than they thought was Kyron Cartwright, number 1, and Emmett Holt. They had to play to their play was great, but their mentality wasn't that they were great players. So we had to convince them that they were great players to perform night in and night out.
You're on the left.
Do you feel that going through the rigors of a league like the Big East is of some benefit to teams, or do you view the NCAA tournament as maybe more of a clean slate? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think we're all biased when it comes to our conferences as coaches, and I can sit here and tell you the Big East is an elite-level conference with great players. The different styles of play that all of us play prepare you for this big stage. So there's not a style of play we haven't seen, whether it's slow down, speed, zone, man, triangle and 2. All of us coaches have seen it all. So I think we're prepared. Going on the road and winning games on the road in any league is very difficult. We've been able to accomplish a couple of those wins in some difficult circumstances. So, yeah, the Big East has more than prepared us to play this game tomorrow night.
Right here in the aisle, on the left.
Coach, I talked to Kyron and Jalen in the previous press conference about how this is going to be their 3rd time around. This is your 4th time around. How's been preparing for this, your 4th trip, different than the previous 3 times, given that you have that kind of experience?
Well, I think I'm excited. It's a different feeling every year because you have a different team. I'm really proud of the group, and you really give a lot of credit to our administration, allow us to sit here. We as coaches don't get here without the support of, your president, your athletic director, and your board of trustees to give you the resources to recruit the student athletes to come to Providence College. But there's a different excitement in me. This is the 4th excitement I've had. I'm happy. It's a new place. I've never been to Dayton. So I appreciate how hospitable everybody at Dayton has been. You know, walking into the arena today, I had an opportunity to see Coach Miller, who was an assistant coach with me on the 19 and under gold medal team over in Greece. So I can't tell you how happy and how blessed I am to be sitting here in front of you. I'm still pinching myself. I can't believe we're here. I really can't. Don't forget we were picked 9th in the Big East.
Yep, hearing it right.
Ed, last year's game against SC, obviously a lot of focus on Chris Dunn. You have a different point guard this year. They have the same point guard, McLaughlin. Can you just kind of compare and contrast those two guys and how important a matchup is that?
Well, last year with Chris was a two-way player defensively. He was a monster with the ball. You know, he can take over a game at any point. Ben could get you 40 on any given night. I think Ben took 40 shots actually the first half against them last year. This kid, McLaughlin, I think is their glue guy. He's very talented. He plays with different paces, different speeds. He's really, really good in the ball screen. He's the maestro for them. You know, I think he's one of the best guards in the country. I think he's an all-league player in the Pac-12. We got our hands full with him. You know, we got to really do a good job staying attached. But he's not the only guy for them we got to pay attention to. But to answer your question, I mean, that's a really, really tough matchup for us. Hopefully Kyron is up for that challenge.
Was not himself at the Big East tournament because of his travel and his family situation. How's he been since?
I think he's been a lot better, yes. I mean, I thought we struggled in the Big East tournament. You know, Kyron have to fly across the country and back over a 48-hour period. Really took some steam out of him, plus emotionally what he was going through. But we're behind him 100%. Most of the time, you're going to get 2 or 3 games a season where you kind of scratch your head and say, you know, is this our team? And that was a head scratcher against Creighton. Actually, I thought it was really one of our better defensive games of the year. But anytime you turn the ball over 22 times, 15 in the second half, 1 assist, you're not going to win many games that way. And saying that, with 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to play, we had the ball down 6, you know, and then we turned it over again. It went from 6 to 10 really quick, and that closed the game out. So as bad as we played, we still gave ourselves a chance because we dialed in defensively and tried to get some stops. He has to be better. In order for us to advance, Kyron has to play an A-plus game. Rodney has to play an A-plus game. Emmett and Jalen, those are the guys that night in and night out we're going to depend on. And it's the oldest 4 in our locker room. So those guys have to lead us, and if they do, we're going to be a tough out.
Any further questions for Coach Cooley?
Thanks a lot
Ed,
for
thank
having
you.
me.
Good luck
Thank you.
tomorrow night.
Thank you.